Okay, hi, it's Julien Barker at South Street Chiropractic. We're here with Steve. We're going to run through and do the Activator Essentials scan. Steve's got a bit of a persistent shoulder issue, so we're going to have a look at that. And we've just been talking about he's got some front of pelvis on the right side stuff, and we're going to run through that. So, right, up you jump. Good, just lift you up into position, probably just wriggle down to your feet about an inch or so. That's looking grand. Just come up to position and hopefully you'll be able to see that Steve is quite clearly a right PD, so he's short on the right side. That's well, that's probably about 4 or 5 mil, so 1/4 inch, and it clearly goes long on the right side. Okay, so run through your basic scan protocol, and I'm very much picking up a right lateral tibia. First part of the adjustment there is the cuneiform, and then right through the line of the joint, lateral knee. Okay, that has not levelled him up, so we keep going with pelvis. And a very clear right PI ilium. So, spine of the ischium, sacrotuberous ligament, and into the iliac fossa, and very much on the first two, trying to get as much posterior line of drive as possibly can. There we go. Good. Squeeze your knees together and let go. Okay, right hand up behind your back. So we move on to the isolation test. This one L5. Swap your hands around, which looked, yeah, L4 is good. Both hands up behind your back together. Both back down by side. So very clear. L5 on the right. Iliac crest. Come down just with my fingers finding the space above and below. So that's bang on the middle. Onto the inferior articulating process, line of drive, anterior, superior, and a definite pause at the end of the thrust. Okay, right hand up by your face. Big deep breath in and out. And the left hand up as well. And both back down by sides. And I'm going to go with a superior T8 then, so angle of the shoulder and come across. It's going to put you on 7 or 8. And then we're just looking for the tender one, that one. Yeah. Lovely, thank you. We'll go setting 2 because these are usually a bit sore. And it's anterior, inferior, and straight down through the superior aspect of the spinous process. Okay, so turn your head to the right. Lift the right shoulder off the couch and back down. Shrug both shoulders up to your ears and back down. Okay, head back into the centre. So hopefully you saw that so on the T4 and T1 test on the left. That's coming up, which fits with the shoulder stuff. Okay, so transverse process of T4 there. Anterior, superior, slightly medial, and then across and on to find the angle of the rib there, and along the line of the rib. T1 was the next one. There's 7, there's T1. Again, transverse process anterior, superior, slightly medial. And you've got to allow for the curve of the upper thoracic there as well. That might look as if I was going straight anterior there, but it wasn't. Okay, so turn your head to the right. Squeeze the right elbow flat against your side and let go. And squeeze the left elbow in and let go. Squeeze the right elbow in and just hold it. Yeah, definitely get in there and let go. So we've got, and head back into the middle. We've got a right medial scapula onto the inferior aspect of the ala. Right in the middle. Find the shaft of the humerus just below the deltoid attachment there. Take the arm off the side. Onto the radius there. And should see the movement, hopefully you got it there, you should see the movement in the fingers. And into the lunate there. Good, so turn head to the right again. Good, shrug your shoulders up and roll them back, up and roll and down. And there is a very clear T1 rib on the left. Head back into the centre. Okay, lift up your head, back down. Tuck chin down to chest, and back to centre. And a nice clear C2. Okay. T1 rib. And C2, we're coming out onto the laminar pedicle junction. Anterior, superior, slightly medial. And make sure we get that pause there. Okay, just for the film, let's recheck that. So tuck chin down to chest, back to centre. Yeah, and it's one of those things, and it's a bit like a tennis shot. You kind of know most of the time when it's in because it feels a certain right. I don't usually go back and recheck that much, but it's nice to do sometimes. Okay, so let's focus on this left shoulder. Turn your head to the right. Take your left hand up above your head. So this is the T5 test, and we've actually been adjusting this one with Steve for a little bit now. It looks fairly close to being clear. Big deep breath in, and then breathe all the way out, and then just hold the out breath. And this is the isolation test for the T5 rib. And that one is very clearly coming up on that left side. Right, arm down by side, head back into the centre. So, I'm going to get right on that T5 rib on its own. So there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. So, yeah. Am I on it there? Yeah. Yeah. Good, and hopefully you saw there's a big twitch response there, which, well, that's usually a good thing. Okay, so let's put the palm of your left hand up onto the back of your neck. It's a nice little sequence here. That's a superior scapular test. It's looking pretty good. Lift that elbow up off the couch and back down. It's T3, 4 for set. Push the left elbow into the couch. And let go. And that is for a superior sternoclavicular joint, arm back down by side. Okay, so we've got to get right onto the front of the clavicle and adjust in a straight inferior. So lift up the shoulder. I'll set this on 3. And we'll get onto that tender spot there and straight down and back down. Good. Okay. Let's just retest that. So palm of left hand on back of neck. Push the elbow into the couch and let go. There you go. Nailed it. Right. Just take your left hand up above your head That's it, and just push down into the couch with the flat of your hand and let go. So that's pec major test, and that's definitely coming up, and Steve does a lot of swimming and surfing, so it's always a good one with swimmers and surfers to check. So we'll do that in a minute. Arm back down by your side, you need to do that from the front. We just come back to the left hip, groin, pelvis thing. I did slightly wonder if there was something going on in front of the pelvis, so we'll just run through those tests. So right side of pelvis, just push it down into the couch and let go. I'd say that's okay. Push both knees down into the couch and let go. That's the psoas test. Yeah, he's definitely popping up on the right side on that right psoas. Okay. So Steve, let's carefully turn you over onto your back. Okay, so we are going to adjust right psoas, and then we've got a left pec major. So psoas, if you just find your tummy button for me, that's it, and then put your hand back down. Find the umbilicus, come across right onto the top of those rectus anterior muscles, and line the drivers straight down, straight posterior. And so we're tracking that iliopsoas down to its attachment at the hip. Okay, and we'll come round to the left pec. Find collarbone, come down. One of those is going to be tender anyway, and I'm just looking for those trigger points here. There's definitely one of them. Yeah, that's it, right there. Yeah, big muscle, so worth just feeling around for any others. There's another one, and we'll see how we go on with those two. Fantastic, good. So
amazing, thanks.
no worries. So let's carefully, if you just sit yourself up facing me, Steve. Okay, good. So there you go. So that's the running through the basic scan and focusing on this case the left shoulder, and also just checking out some other things that can come up with pelvic pain and pain around the front, in this case on the right. See you next time.